it. If it's wrong, fix it now. If it's not wrong, do the next bit, but don't do this whole, development up front. That reduce of the cycle really helps. Right? And then the other one I mentioned earlier is be open to change. Welcome changing requirements. That's another tenet of Agile, right? Don't shut off and say, oh, you said this, but now you want this. Yeah, well, guess what? I'm paid for this. So yes, now I want this. Why argue over it? Yeah. Right? Just get with them and understand though why they're asking for what they're asking. To the point raised just earlier about what they don't know. Oftentimes they don't know. Right. But if you understand why they're trying to do something, you can maybe suggest it, right? Or you can take a longer view. This might be okay now, but a year from now you'll come back to us and say, this is really a cul-de-sac, right? Try and avoid that cul-de-sac.
Right.
So like
make those guided kind of.
Is that another reasoning for this very iterative process? Because I assume Duke Energy comes to me and they're like, we want to build a substation. They know exactly what they want when you build that substation. But since this is still a somewhat new world to a lot of companies and a lot of people that are in charge of those companies, you really have to be the proponents of figuring out what exactly they need, because they might say, yeah, I loved your analogy earlier. They want to put somebody on the moon, but we can just put somebody in orbit, and that does exactly what they wanted. So.
Right, or a different planet, right? Because the objective was put somebody on the planet.
Yeah.
Outside of this. So yeah, that's a good point. So I think as people that are kind of doing this stuff, all of us, we need to understand the business, right? We have developers that understand how to code. That's not the problem. Understand why our clients are wanting what they're wanting. If you do that, I think you're on the path to getting it right.
Thank you very much.
And I can add one more thing.
Yeah, please.
So, right, customers don't always know what they want, but they know one thing. They know that they want the product they use it must work when they need it. If it doesn't work, they don't care why. And we also have this concept of fail fast and fail over and so on. So monitoring in that case becomes a crucial part of the quality rate. If you don't know what's going on with your system in production, you will not be able to catch the point when something goes or fails. And you will not be able to fail over. And your customers will be upset. Depending on their expectation from availability of this product, you can do that manually, or you have to automate failover process, but you have to know what's going on with your system. And maybe not only from inside of the system, but also from client perspective. So for web applications, you can reach out those applications from different points in the world, get response time, see what comes back to the customer, and react accordingly.
Excellent, very good. Now, I'm down to, I think, my last question based on the time that we have available, but that's okay, I can live with that. So, customers always want their software today. Thank you very much. I want to have it faster, faster, faster. In the brave new world of DevOps and Agile, is there any way to deliver software faster? We've talked a lot about quality, and we've talked about trying to make sure that there's not buggy software being delivered and stuff like that. And we've talked about trying to make sure that customers can change their mind during the development process. No problems with any of those sorts of things. But James, have you come up with any magic solutions that allow you to deliver software faster today than we used to be able to do it?
Faster today, as in faster than 10 years ago?
Yeah, let's say that. That'd be good.
Well, yeah, absolutely. I think Agile and DevOps together does that, right? If you remember the old triangle of quality, speed, and cost.
Do I get two of those?
You could have two of those, but not three. I think Agile and DevOps actually puts another vector in there and says, no, you actually can have all three.
Okay.
Right?
Cheap, faster, good, big two.
Okay, exactly. I'm familiar with that sign, but I didn't think I could get all three. I thought that was the whole gist.
But no, I think with DevOps and Agile, you actually get that because you're not making those mistakes in this big bang world of saying, hey, I'm going to do this waterfall thing. I'm going to put everything in a bubble for 9 months. It's very open, very agile. In today's competitive market, right? You might just want to get an MVP out there or a minimum viable product,
right? To
get it in front of your competition. It might not be your full feature set, but hey, I can at least start getting the market share on this particular app before my competitors do. So by the time I get these features in my software, I've already got my customer base.
So we've almost redefined what completion means, right? You know, so in other words, yeah, you can get your, as you said, your MVP out there much quicker than we could ever get the old final finished version, right? And so, you know, maybe the final finished version takes just as long in the brave new world as it used to take in the old world, but you've got a different way of getting something out there that, I guess, making the customer have something useful a lot quicker than we used to be able to do, right?
Absolutely.
Gotcha. And Dan, same sort of situation. What's your customer? Your customer obviously wants it yesterday.
Right, they want it yesterday, however, I mean, if you think about fielding schedules of aircraft carriers, things like
Yeah.
those are planned out many, many years in advance,
That is
right?
true.
And we deliver things to them all the time, right? We deliver it on hard media. However, the Navy has recently come out with the concept called compile to combat in 24 hours, right? So we're now entering into them with, right, like, well, you realize instead of burning CDs, flashing boards, right?
Uh-huh.
We could actually upload the images, right, to a secure cloud.
Right.
And then you can, right, so instead of us mailing things, right, you can actually have a pull model where you say,
Exactly.
here's all the certified builds, right?
Right.
And oh, by the way, here are the experimental builds, and they've gone through all this rigorous testing, right, automated testing, right? So when I change a line of code, right, we're running millions of vectors through it, right? Maybe they wanna take it and try it, right? It just depends.
And you know, that brings up a very interesting point. You know, once again, because of the unique characteristics of your particular customer, does your customer accept partially completed software, or are they just stomping their foot and saying, "I'm not going to touch it"? Until it's all
I would
done?
say in general, that's a shift we have seen where we do have customers that will take
Okay,
it.
okay.
And we are also seeing,
That's huge.
we have customers that are okay with the 80%.
Oh wow.
Especially when things need to get there quick.
I got
right?
you.
Like,
Okay.
sometimes we have gotten needs where they say, right, because of something that's going on in the world, we need this solution, right? Can you get it there in 6 weeks or whatever it is?
Gotcha. And they're willing to live with something that's not 100%.
Right.
Wow. That, I mean, for
And then-
your customer, that's an amazing
And
shift.
there's another big concept out there now, virtual twin, where I will run the certified technical code, right, that is certified for any kind of mission. And oh, by the way, running in a shadow space is the new development code.
Gotcha.
So we can see how it behaves, we can have time on it. Maybe we switch over and let the operators try it for a while. But now we're collecting all of that data, right? We can analyze it in many different ways, and they can choose to accept it or say, hey.
What do you mean running it in the shadow space?
So if I have a deployed system that's this water bottle,
Yeah.
I have another system that's a shadow of it,
Another
water bottle that's not tactical, I can't engage a missile with it. But all the data I'm taking from radars, from other sensors, it's feeding into both systems. So I'm computing a real tactical image, tactical targeting, right, whatever that is here. And here I'm doing it with experimental software, new algorithms, right? Things like that. We can see, hey, did this actually work? Did this make the system better or worse?
Not certified by the customer yet.
Right,
Yeah.
because you can imagine in years past, right, we had major simulations, right, like tons of money spent, years and years of, how would we ever test this? Well, it's almost impossible to test some of this, but if you had people out
Put it in the
there,
field and see what
put
happens.
it in the field and see what happens.
That's right.
Field data is the lab data.
Yeah,
It's
it's,
huge.
yeah.
So Dimitri, we come down to you, Mr. Dirty Hand Coder sort of guy. So your boss wants it quicker. He wants it faster. Make it happen, sir. So-
Probably not my boss, but my customer.
Same deal. Okay. All right. Y'all work for
And
the customer.
that's make a huge difference, because the best software is the software you don't have to write. So if you can go to the market and find software as a service, which will do pretty much the same what you need, but you will have to adjust your workflows a bit. Like, maybe you don't need to write your own mail server, you can go and take Gmail or something like that. If that doesn't work, you can go with the platform as a service, where you have pretty strong guardrails, and you can work within that environment and build something on top of that. You don't need to worry about infrastructure, you don't need to worry about how those components interact with each other. But if it's within the scope of that platform, it will be really fast to build. Then, and then we go into actual software development, and that is long. So if it's possible to start at software as a service or platform as a service, that's how you can save time, money, and get high quality.
What a great solution, yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of software out there, right? There's a lot of software that does a lot of things, so I guess when you have a customer requirement, I guess the first thing to do is sit down and take a look at it and say, hey, has somebody done this before, or something similar to it that I could take, use, and turn into whatever this is.
Every customer believes that they are unique and their situation is unique.
This is true, this is true.
But there are similar situations in this world.
Jim, I have an interjection here, if I may.
Yes, sir.
I hear you talking about how fast you can develop the software, how fast you can deliver it, but maybe am I throwing a monkey wrench in the works here by asking, what about the hardware? The hardware where all this software runs into. Doesn't it, the amount, or rather the speed with which this software is delivered has also something to do with the hardware where it's going to run? Or are you considering that the hardware is already built and working on a very good way?
Herman doesn't know about AWS yet, so that's, he asked a question like that. So your question is an excellent question, and I won't take away from the panel, but oftentimes you can, with a checkbook, you can get more hardware.
Okay.
Literally with a phone call. It'll just show up magically.
Or they will call you.
Yeah,
That's exactly what happens.
that's an
We
excellent
have
point.
noticed that
We
you are,
noticed.
yes, that you may be.
Actually, even worse, an automated email. Hey, you hit 80%. You want to get something? So just real quickly, so you work with a lot of customers who are, once again, trying to do this agile transformation, which is great. So ideally, they should produce better code at that point in time. But I would also suspect that they also have a need to do it quicker, better, faster, and stuff like that. Have you?
For the solution to be built out before you deliver to market, right? So deliver just enough, put it out there, get feedback, iterate on it, deliver some more. And that's the cycle that needs to just keep repeating before you get to the end.
Just like James had said, where you get your initial product out to market, and perhaps that's what the customer needs to get started, so to speak. Yeah. Fantastic, excellent, gentlemen. Thank you very much. I greatly appreciate you joining us tonight, folks. Did we address your agile questions tonight? Are there any questions from the audience as we start to wrap things up?
Forever.
Are we good? Yeah, no, we literally could actually. Excellent. Well, thank you very much. I'd like to thank everybody for attending. Thank you very, very much. Now, the way we like to do this when we're wrapping things up, we could get our guests fancy plaques, but that would do nobody any good. So instead, what we do is we get large, oversized candy bars.
These I can eat. I can't eat plaques.
No, it doesn't matter. You take whichever one you want. Just take one.
Thank you.
Take one. And remember, even if you don't like chocolate, it doesn't matter because there's somebody in your life
It does.
who likes chocolate.
See, but the
You can use it as a
caveat,
marketing
the caveat
tool
is you have to eat it within 2 hours.
Well,
you
no.
gotta figure out how to do
well,
it.
that is actually our other promise to our panel members. We will not tell anybody that we gave you this chocolate. Okay.
Except it was
So
recorded.
you do not actually have to share it with anybody. It is yours. All right. So just one more time, do we have all of our questions addressed at this point in time? We're good to go? Panel members, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
sharing your
Thank
time.
Thanks, some
Excellent.
cookies.
Yeah, by the way, take some cookies, please, 'cause I really don't want to take these cookies home. Okay. Thanks, guys. Thank you so much. You did a great job tonight. I'm gonna pull my big old power cord and do this deal back over there.
Yeah, thanks. Just thinking that.